All right, check out this scenery. Really beautiful here. Found a little road I could drive up off the highway down there. And it's really quiet up here. There's a gate. It's only open from 9 to 6. And I'm getting really excited on the way up here. I'm seeing like big rocky outcroppings. This one from the opposite side is totally exposed, and who knows if there's caves and whatnot out here. But you know, in between here and this valley, you got this flat area down here. I saw a tree that was bent over and leaning on another one. So you know, when I see that, sometimes I get a little excited, just wondering if they could be pushing stuff over here. But anyway, beautiful habitat. I'm hesitant to get on my stuff and explore right here, but maybe I'll just take a look over the ridge and see what I see, and if not, I'll be going up to the top. Standing on a cliff out here. Came to look around that rocky outcropping. There's a car going by, but I can hear something walking down here. Sorry, I'm clinging onto a damn branch just to get my balance. Definitely something walking down there though. I'd be very curious to get all the way down there and investigate, but first I'm going to go to the top, see what I can find. And I've never been here before. That's just a long way down, and I just got here. All right. Got an old tree leaned up here in the brush. There's actually a big bend on the top of the tree behind it. Ugh, got a bug crawling on the back of my neck and my ear. And then let's see, there's the bend up in that tree. I'm on the back side of it. The top of the trees bend down pretty good. Sorry if you can't get a good view of that based on the lighting. Anyway, you know, I'm coming up the switchback road on the mountain, but I think people usually go, you know, from the bottom to the top, and seldom is anybody probably coming out here and looking at stuff. And this would be the perfect place for them to live or to hang out. So beautiful up here. There's a disturbance of some sort. It almost looks like a trail, you know, coming through here, and then another one coming down here. You know, it's not like humans couldn't come down here. I just don't think they do, and that's based on lack of footprints and lack of trash in the little exploring that I've done so far. Let's walk over here. Check it out. There's a trail right there. I mean, clear as day. Maybe just a old fall in there. Interesting. There's some logs up there cut by a chainsaw. But then you got this down here, alive, bent over. Just snapped in half. Makes me wonder if they're out here walking around doing their thing. I'm trying to pick areas that are really gonna give you a good chance. There's a tree pushed over here. It's uprooted. Steep though. I'm gonna keep walking this crest, this path if I can. Okay, I'm on my way up. Kind of from that same place I parked. Not quite from the top. All these logs are torn up. This one's relatively fresh. There's some other work that's fresh, but it's more sawdust, not so many big pieces as this. But I mean, you can see that one's been picked at. Just coming up this hill everywhere. I've probably passed 10 or 15 and kind of trying to ignore them. But it's hard to when you're seeing it. And it looks like something even started to pick at that there. And wonder what they found, you know. Let's see. Kind of a cool area. I think I finally found something here. Well, not definitive, but there's a little stick lean right there. This guy on the left coming down. Could have just fallen there. Kind of a cool little ensemble of trees. Fresh snappage and a lot of moths up here, butterflies and stuff hatching. So naturally those grubs are going to be nice and fat before they work their way out. I've been seeing a lot of ground tore up, but I don't see deer hooves on these. I saw a couple marks on the way up, just down the hill, maybe 100 feet, 200 feet. They all look like deer. Maybe there's a potential deer stomp right in there. That's kind of odd. It's an area right here that's been scraped away for whatever reason. I guess I'll keep working up through this stuff. rocks have been moved there and there. Look at this guy here. That one pulled out of that spot. Could be deer. Pretty up here though. There's a buddy there for you. There's a lot of them. A little squirrel run by. There's the inverted branch right there. Snap. There's the snap going down there to the left. Here we got a tree right here going. Well, let me just walk up to it. It's going right across, wedged in between these two trees here, right there. Sorry, I'm like looking all around me. The last thing I'm really interested in looking at is what I'm filming. You know, because this is kind of getting warmer, so to speak. There's kind of another bend. Snap. You can see right there, something's eating on these. Could be bear, I suppose. I don't know what else does that besides the Sasquatch and the bear. I haven't seen too many bear in Colorado, but I know they're out here somewhere. You get out here by yourself and you feel comfortable just having the camera around. You can see this is really old. Something's been picking. Look at that bent tree over there. I don't know how they grow like that. All that scrub oak. Not gonna walk through that. Here's a fresh break, I presume. It's still green. Smells good. Smells like a 2x4. Just came around the corner upon this. This is some fresh snap work, man. Look at that. That sucker got pushed down uphill. That's pretty fresh. You know, I mean, this year, I would think. We've got some more work down here. Tore up, snapped up, broken. Nothing's got any cut marks. Not on this stuff. Beautiful little spot. I mean, you could have a cabin up here and nobody would ever know you're here. Got the highway down there. People driving by on the road, but I'm telling you, man, it doesn't take, I don't think it takes much habitat for these things. I mean, maybe they're territorial and, you know, they need acres and acres, and maybe they can end up getting along with each other and, you know, their territories can butt up against each other and they end up doing all right with each other. Makes you wonder. Walk up to the top of this tree. Just give it a look. See another one up here. That's an old something or other. What is this? Look at that though. Just an oldie pushed up in there. Trees everywhere. Looks like a branch leaning up in a tree right there. I'm more interested in this right here. Look at that. Something's been going to work. And there's some hair. Bird. There's bird feather and hair. This is interesting. Oh no, those are all feathers that look like hair and feathers. Huh. Okay. That's an interesting sign. What do you guys think about this area being dug out like this? There's like an indentation right here. It's dug down 5 or 6 inches. Looks like this whole log got worked on, chewed up, used for food. All right, I'm gonna cut the camera, keep my hand on my gun, walk up through here, see what I see. All right, just more rocks that have been moved. One here, and looks like this one has been disturbed. Really beautiful up here, overlooking the Rockies to the west. I see a big break down here. You know, I often wonder, being out here and hiking by myself, often, I wonder if the presence of a Sasquatch is going to kind of run off animals like a mountain lion and or a bear. I don't think you'd see that necessarily with the population densities of bears that are really high, but you know, where there's a bear here and there, maybe the Sasquatch would just run them off. Look at that snap right there. Creeps me out. Really pretty out here. Just try to be quiet and listen for anything that might be out here with me. I'll take a couple pictures of this here, but not totally fresh because there's a spider web growing on it. It's a little old, but it must be this year. Wow, that's a good one. Check it out. So we got an inverted tree up here in the tree coming along here. And then right here, this is a fresh snap. It's not a big tree. It's not a heavy tree. It's not even alive. It's not going to bear any weight. The wind's going to whip around it like nothing. And when it snows, it's barely going to hold 1.5 pounds of snow. And on top of that, huge boulder here. Actually, there's a tree coming up on the far side that I'm looking at right there. That looks like a biggie. Maybe I'll go check that out. Spooky as hell out here in the woods, but I'm seeing this here. fresh one broken over. Obviously this was done after that because it's sitting over it. And you also have this here wedged up in the tree, upside down. Some stuff right there kind of straight ahead of me, X'd and wedged in between some trees there. Just really thick right here. I'm looking at this stuff here as I watch my back. Breaks here. High and lows. Okay, I'll just throw it out right now. I just watched Harry and the Hendersons the other day with my wife and kid. It was friggin' hilarious, but I didn't realize how good it was. But I'm gonna make a video about it and which real aspects of Bigfooting I saw in the movie. Here you got another one wedged in here. And then you got this plastic all through here. This is human activity from a long time ago because I've seen a bunch of it around here. But look at these logs. Stood up like this. That's not from there. I don't think that's not from there either. Oops. So this one's not from there and this one's not from there. Yeah. Looks active here to me. Got a snap off right there. Coming down. Oops, pardon me. My thumb's interfering with the zoom. That snapped and coming down to the right. So, potential little hangout spot for him. Okay. See some tree stuff down there too. Just like something crossed and leaned up. Some skinny ones that look potentially good. Let me keep it rolling here. Pretty cool spot right here. Really cool spot. Let me get up on top here. Damn. Pretty precarious up here. I already slipped once today looking at the camera. Scraped my thumb just slightly. Did that grow there? Makes you wonder, but I mean, just look at all the rock on the side of this mountain that there is, and it's going down. There's a creek. It runs down here all the way around the mountain to the left, all the way back to Denver. In fact, back to that area that I was looking at by the Home Depot and the intersection of two major highways. You see it intersect there. Okay, I'm getting down. Man, there's something around every corner here. The rocks were right back there. And then this looks a little bit old, but there's fresh pine breaks in it. So you got that there. There's another snap right here. And those are going down and kind of meeting in the middle on this third snap. Right here, there's a tree that's been snapped. There's a bunch of snaps. There's one in the back there. But if you look in here, there's fresh pine bones. Yeah, part of my walking stick. Right in there. So that is quite interesting to me. Makes you wonder, when's the last time they've been here, when they're coming back. But that's within days. That is activity within days. So I'm sure they travel all around the property and Maybe there's families of them. Who knows what's up here? I couldn't speculate, but I mean, if this is one of their travel corridors, this is pretty damn cool. Look at this tree. Sorry, just listening. Fresh pine tree breaks in there. Right in there. Same thing that we just focused in on. Sorry, I'm standing on a log and balancing. It's hard for me to zoom in on the iPhone. Don't forget to look up when you're Sasquatching. That's what they say. Sorry, I'm not putting the camera up, but I'll put it up if I see something. Mountain lions too will hang out in a tree, so you want to be totally aware. Look how beautiful Colorado really is when you get out of Denver and all that traffic and crap. Urban sprawl. This is the real Colorado. Right on the other side of this road that's traversing up the mountain, I saw one car on my way down, and then I heard another right about the same time. It's funny on Finding Bigfoot and all those shows, you know, they're never really showing you tree snaps and tree structures and that kind of evidence. This guy just thrown on the ground amongst all this stuff. Man. Fresh activity right here. Something was broken off very recently. This could be something up in here. It's all snapped down off the same tree, it looks like. Wow, that's cool. Damn. I just heard something that scared the shit out of me. It sounded like a moan. Like, oh. Sorry guys, I don't think I'm ready to go in there right now. I'm a little bit spooked, I gotta be honest. I don't want to go confront these things. And I'm not saying they're in there, but I definitely heard something weird in there. And the more I go, the darker it's getting in here. And the more fresh snaps and shit I'm seeing. Hate to be a party pooper, but I'm really getting spooked. I think I'm gonna make my way out on the high road here. Again, I'm really sorry, but I'm totally spooked to go any further down here. And the road's right behind me. I was kind of paralleling the road, but I'm getting pretty far from my car, maybe half mile. I don't know what that noise was. I'm not even kidding, guys. Maybe it got picked up on this audio. Find out when we get home. Take care. All right, just want to give you an idea of where we are. So, you know, over there, it's all free land, that whole hillside. All that up there, I mean, it's open space, you know? Nobody's going out there. I see animal tracks so far. Didn't walk down that side. I walked on the opposite side of me over here. So you come up the street. Whoop, better put it in drive, not reverse. And It's a cemetery up here at the top of this little mountain. So you got a little building there, a couple buildings, people buried up here, and it doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on. A little building there, porta potties, trucks and such. Where I thought I just heard some stuff was down in this area, less than a quarter mile back in there. So I'm gonna drive up to the end of this road and see what's up here, and then I'll try to walk back in here. I got super spooked out there. I was pretty far from the car, so let me see what's going on. This could just be a coincidence. There's a little rock stack right up here next to somebody's grave, a little child. Picture of the kid there. I don't know, just made me wonder. Maybe people did it. So beautiful up here. Just gonna keep hiking around. Got a branch leaning here in the cemetery area. I don't know why that would be ripped out of the tree, hanging right here, but pretty fresh one. Keep walking. And look at this nice view of Denver. You can see down the highway and the canyon there, and then the Denver skyline. That's the best I can zoom in. God, I'm scared of heights, and I'm getting that feeling just looking out up here. Really amazing. Beautiful country. All right. This bowl to the left of me is where I think the activity is. I swear I heard something that sounded like a damn moan. Look at this here, guys. Looks like something was fucking with that. Pardon the language. That's rather interesting. Okay. Just walked in off the trail here. Got this one. Wasn't from here. Was dragged and placed here. It's coming up through here. Got a big bow. Touching back down. Got this stuff here. You know, maybe they all fell like that. But that's ironic. Looks like it's been there for a while. And like what I've seen so far in here is old work with new work added to it. Fresh pine bows. This one fell uphill. Could have happened. Couple up here. Looks like they're intact. Maybe grew together, fell together. Look, guys, you got snaps over there. Right there. That's a fatty. The one right above it, next to it. Another snap right there. I mean, we had snow load, we had hail, but I don't know. Just listening. I don't know if that explains it all. You know, this one looks like it was actually picked up off the ground and placed in the tree. Oops, I'm zoomed in. But you can see how that's broken upwards and was actually lifted up and put in the tree. That's pretty conclusive to me that somebody did that. Alright, I'm gonna take a few pics. Okay, making my way through here. You can tell there's a lot of activity. Okay, holy shit. Fresh snaps here. I'm not even fucking around. Look at this. Dude, this is buried. Can you see this? This is buried. This is a Mylar balloon. I'm talking about these. I'm finding these. It's not a joke. I don't know what they like about these, but they like them. And I'm pretty sure I'm in their area, man, because look over here. I'm starting to get in with the big boys. Look at this tree. Push through here. That's a big tree, fellas. And then look behind it. You got other trees going across. This one up here. Look at this big daddy. That's snapped. Look at that. Going across like that. I think this is their playground, man. I'm in their area. It's spooky. Didn't even tell my wife I was coming out here. She was busy. I had to go work. When I was done, I went home and got my stuff and ran up here. Sent her my location. She's like, baby. But it's hard to pass up coming out and seeing some of this stuff. It's amazing, man. This is amazing. Especially that one over there. That's a big break. I mean, that's a big tree, dude. That's 2.5, 3 feet in diameter. That's a large tree. So is this one, for that matter. Big tree. Okay, I'm honestly freaked. I don't want to go down in there. Deep in this here, way over there is where I friggin' heard something. I mean, I don't know, it could have been a engine brake, but I mean, it wasn't quite that noise, but you know what I mean? Some kind of noise from a vehicle or something in the canyon. But man, it went, whoa. And hair stood up. I can't wait to get home and see if I caught it on the video. Okay. I'll see you in a bit. So you got some signs of really old human activity up here. Really rusted nails. Old plywood. There's a bench over here. But aside from the road, and I saw one other set of footprints going in for about half the way. I don't see them coming in as far as I am. I think I'm about at the end, but it's about the last time humans were hanging out here, however old that is. No garbage up here, you know, I just don't see it. It's amazing scenery up here. Excuse me. It's all up on this high point with rocks. It goes down really steep. Oop, snapped the end off my walking stick. It goes down really steep here. Kind of walked around this whole area before I even came down and looked on it, but it was looking really promising on the way up. It was just too steep and way too deep in there with fresh activity for me to just walk all the way through comfortably all by myself. So I kind of come up here around an area and drop back in. We'll just take a look here, what we can see. Gonna jump. Well, you can see down in this valley, probably got a lot going on potentially that I don't even want to get down and explore, but just a little bit I went in and looked at. You can see what I would say is sure signs of activity. So anyway, I wonder what that is over there. There's a home on top of the hill, but I don't know what that other stuff is. Hear a chipmunk going crazy down there. Makes me wonder what he's freaking out about. Anyway, it's deep, it's steep, and we know they're out there. All right. Okay, fresh tree here that's been pushed over, that fell over for some reason. Let me walk around it. I don't know. Wonder where they grab these things at. See, the bark is messed up right there. Makes me wonder if it was held onto right there and pulled off. I don't know. When I'm finding these knocked over lately, I've been looking for a spot where it could have been gripped and possibly pulled down. So I've kind of noticed it. Not so much that I really want to document it and think it's a legit thing, but I mean, if you think about it, if they're pulling these down, there has to be somewhere where they grab on the tree. So I take a little time and just look for that. You know, I mean, could wind have done this? Maybe. I just don't really see wind uprooting a nice, healthy, relatively healthy tree like this. Okay. So this is it, guys. This is where the Bigfoot world meets the world of suburbia out there, you know? That's it. South Denver Metro. And the hills and all that steep stuff run right down into it. Roxborough Park is way down there. That's the Pikes Peak Wilderness, all out into Bailey Conifer, southern Colorado. I mean, there is so much space out there for things to live. It is a beautiful habitat. Beautiful habitat. Got to the end of this road. There's actually like a house or something. There was a satellite dish. I didn't want to go any further in case somebody does follow my tracks even. I got no business being on anybody's property, but hopefully nobody's home so they don't get mad. So anyway, I'm gonna walk back. I might drop in at one more location on the way back. I tried to get all the potential spots and work into them. So we'll see what I see on the way out. In case this is it, farewell until next time. Otherwise, see what else I got, and we'll see you at the bottom of the hill. Take care, bye. So I'm just wondering, how big of a rock could a bear move? This looks like it was squarely in the ground and it was slid out sideways. Now obviously this little mountain rose, whatever it is, it's got some spikes, looks like a little rose was put there, but that weighs about 30 pounds, and that's quite a feat, I think, for a black bear. Let me know if I'm wrong. So I'm just curious why this pine would be growing all twisted like that when these others are straight. These are straight. None of them are bent down. And then you got one right in here that looks like it's been tugged and worked and pulled down to the point where it's bent like that. Getting low power. I'm gonna have to get out of here. Check this out. Just found this rock stack. hummingbirds up here. Huh. That's interesting. Could be human-made, but everything out here is old that I see. So that's either a really old rock stack, or who knows. I'm gonna get a picture of that. So I just threw these on here just in case I ever come back. You can check if something happened to them, but I just wanted to point out that this thing that's pretty wobbly. I mean, you would think maybe if it got the wrong snow load, or maybe the snow just happened to fall on that with the perfect weight and then it never came down over the years, but either way, that's kind of cool. There's a nice view of Denver right from here. Imagine that.